The United States is now one step closer to allowing Puerto Ricans to decide on three potential political futures in the United States territory.
The options include becoming independent, becoming a state, or becoming an associated state. Our Paula Suro joins us now with what this could mean for the island. Paula?
Hey guys, currently Puerto Ricans living in the island do not have voting representation in Congress and cannot vote in presidential elections. We spoke to Puerto Ricans living in Georgia who say this new bill could change that, but there are some serious hurdles in the Senate.
This is the first time a bill like this has come to the U.S. House of Representatives floor for a vote. We have several other in past years, but never has gone to a vote.
For decades, the debate waged on over the political future of the island. State Representative Pedro Marin, who's originally from Puerto Rico, explains some states don't want to see the territory become the 51st.
A lot of states don't want to have Puerto Rico become a state because they will have more political power than those states.
Currently, Puerto Ricans living in the U.S. territory do not have voting representation in Congress and cannot vote in presidential elections. The bill passed by the U.S. House yesterday would allow residents to vote on full independence, becoming a state, or becoming an associated state.
Is it going to be more beneficial for Puerto Rico to become a state, or are they going to be able to survive and thrive as an independent nation right now? People also feel like if you become a state, that Puerto Ricans might lose their culture.
Carlos Sanchez, who moved to Georgia 21 years ago, wants independence for the island he was born in, but thinks it might not be feasible.
More pessimistic about chances of surviving and thriving as an independent nation today as opposed to back in the 90s or in the 80s.
Meanwhile, Belisa Urbina's father-in-law was a pro-statehood leader and Speaker of the House in Puerto Rico for years.
We have a person that has voice in Congress, but she doesn't have a vote. And obviously, Congress, you have to negotiate. And if you don't have a vote, then your negotiation power just is greatly diminished.
The three Puerto Ricans living in Georgia that we spoke with say regardless of whether the bill is taken up by the Senate, this is an important step forward.
Everybody is at least listening and paying attention.
This is a historic moment for Puerto Rico and especially for the diaspora.
All right, Paula, so you said that the Senate may not even take this thing up by the end of the year. So what's next?
Absolutely. The legislation will expire if the Senate doesn't vote on it by the end of the year. So the House Natural Resources Committee would have to pass it again. And Marin explains the new Republican chairman coming in has already said he would not discuss this issue in the next few years. But Marin says that doesn't mean it'll stop being a topic of conversation for Puerto Ricans in the mainland and in the island as well. It's something we've all been talking about for decades.
Yeah, we've heard this before, so we'll just continue to watch it. Paula, thank you so much for that.